back to WODdoc Project 365, episode 605. I miscued yesterday, said that. Today is actually 605, yesterday was 604. Anyway, today what we're talking about is open recovery. I just finished 16.1 myself, so I can have first-hand experience of what seems to be beat up so bad. First things first with recovery. Whenever we're working recovery, we want to make sure that we're doing some type of cool down workout, especially with a long workout like this, where it's 20 minutes. Gonna have a lot of metabolic waste that accumulate in the legs, lactic acid that accumulates in the legs and in the lats and the shoulders from all that work that we did over that 20-minute period. So what I would suggest is to get on to either a assault bike or true form runner or something like that. Don't necessarily want to be doing a whole bunch of rowing after this, but true form runner, get a nice swift walk going on, kind of nice, let your heart settle down, or onto a bike. And when you get on the bike, it should be very conversational type pace. Get on there for about 12 to 15 minutes. Allow your body to flush out all that metabolic waste. After that, got to get on the foam rollers, and these are the key areas that we want to hit. If you have specific ailments, obviously take care of those, but these are the key areas that everyone should try to hit here. First things first, we're going to take care of our quads, right? Lunges seem to really hit the quads a lot, okay? So what we're going to do is just a very traditional quad roll. Feet are both going to be together. Get onto the forearms, come all the way up to the hip, and come on down. We're going to do about 10 passes with our body flat, just like this, okay? If there's any hot spots, we work on the hot spots until the 10s turn into 5s, right? After we do that, what we're going to do is we're going to kind of position our hip to the side, so that way we can get all the way up into the crux of our hip. See how I slid to the side? Make sure we get all the way down to the knee, and then all the way up to the hip. You're really taking care of the TFL here, but I don't like to necessarily name muscles, rather just regions. The outside portion of the leg, again, 10 good, slow sweeping passes there, and then reposition yourself so you get onto the other side. When you get onto the side, it allows you to get way up into the hip because you're away from like the private area, right? And you can get all the way up to the top of the hip there, rather than, you know, crush yourself. So all the way down to the knee, all the way up to the hip, spend 10 passes here. Now, from right there, all you're gonna do is jump back over, because here's the thing. With these lunges, people were really overextending themselves because they're trying to cut down the amount of reps that they have to do. So it's a big glute and posterior hip complex basher. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna cross our legs, and we're gonna really try to get up into that high posterior hip complex. So not right here, more up above, right? And that's where we're gonna try to get there and even into the low back. So I just want you to spend some time in here. Alterate your position of your knee, right? So the knee's high. The roller itself is going to be more towards the center of our back. When we push our knee down, we're going to switch just a little bit, and the roller is going to come out to the side just a little bit from right there. I'll show you a different angle from right here when I go ahead and switch legs, okay? So if I keep my knee high, you can see how it's closer to my back. If I go ahead and turn down, I'm able to get the lateral hip a little bit more, okay? And where I'm focusing on, again, is this region right here. So once I go ahead and take care of the legs, 10 passes per location that we just said, we have to start taking care of the lats. When we take care of the lats, same foam roller, no need to get a whole bunch of different equipment. All we're gonna do is reach out, palm is gonna start down. We moderate the pressure by how much pressure we put through the thighs, right? And again, we're gonna go all the way up to the armpit, and then all the way down. All the way up to the armpit, all the way down. We can turn the palm up, all right? And we can roll back just a little bit. That's gonna allow us to get further towards the center of our back, more towards where the shoulder blade is, okay? So again, we're gonna spend 10 passes through here. When we're trying to flush out the system, we're not necessarily staying in one spot, okay? We're getting these big, broad strokes. Now, from right here, we took care of our lats. And what we're gonna do now is we're just gonna allow, we're gonna push ourselves to the end of the roller, and now we have to take care of that pec region. So, pecs here, so what I wanna do is come from that lat position, and I'm literally just gonna roll all the way over, okay? And now I can start, I kinda like get some tissue shear here, so I kinda move around to where I find that tension, and then I'm just gonna come here and go ahead and start kind of like a snow fairy, snow princess, whatever you call that, snow angel motion, right? Where I'm coming up and around, and that's gonna help get some of that pec tissue that got beaten up from when your body was thrown on the ground, 80 plus times or so, right? From right there, we took care of our rolling. Now we have to do some static stretches. I like to do static stretches post-activity, okay? Those tissues, they get taut and tender, they tighten up, okay? Rolling is a great way to loosen those fibers, but now we want to gain some length, okay? So we're going to be real traditional right here, guys. We're going to come over here and get ourselves into that traditional wall stretch position. Your knee goes back based on whatever your mobility in your hip is, and you'll be able to feel this area right here get fired up as you push yourself back. Spend 1 minute in this position, okay? Then what you want to do here, chest stays up, and you're going to drive your hip forward. Where people generally make the mistake here is they allow themselves to slide like this. That's not what we want to do. We want to slide, but our chest stays up, and you're going to feel, man, such a tighter, tight winding in this area right here. That's what we want to try to get. So 1 minute in this position. So we're up to 2 minutes. We switch sides, same exact thing, right? Knee comes down, other knee comes up. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to push back, spend 1 minute in this position. I'm going to drive my knee forward, get that wound up pressure. 1 minute in this position, okay? So we have one static stretch done. Now on to our traditional box stretch, okay? So we get here, leg comes across, parallel with the box, and then we're gonna try to get the knee at a 90-90 position. We're gonna hang out right here, okay? Just nice and easy. We really need to work on opening up that posterior hip complex. Again, right here, nothing crazy, just sinking down into it, okay? 90-90 with the knee. 1 minute in each one of these positions, so we're up to 6 minutes. Last 2 minutes, we gotta take care of this whole lat region. We get on any vertical pull that we have. Come on over, don't be so shy. we get on any vertical pull that we have. Just gonna reach up, okay? I'm gonna stick my shoulder in between here. And then I'm gonna take this opposite leg, the outside leg, okay? I'm gonna step it across. From right there, I could just lean away, kind of get my hip out, and you're gonna feel all this open up right here. If you're super flexible, you might be able to get this arm and wedge it underneath there. What you're trying to do is create tension and draw that hip out like a bow, okay? I'll show it to you from the opposite angle. If I come in here like this, cross over the opposite leg, and just push that hip out, okay? If I'm really flexible, I just go ahead and I get in here like this. 1 minute each one of those positions. That should give you at least a start to recovery for 16.1. Guys, I hope this helps you out, and until tomorrow, we're optimizing function to optimize performance.